That's one cool thing with the market right now. The buyers who are out there, super motivated buyers. You know, you
Yep.
have to be if you've been thinking about buying and you're serious enough to actually look at a house or write a contract right now, you are on top of the motivation, scale. You're at the very top of that chart, which is great, right? So there's hardly any tire kickers right now. Okay, everybody's super motivated, buying and selling. You're super motivated because let's face it, if you're a seller, there's nothing to buy on the back end. Now you're back in the same position you don't want to be in. So a lot of sellers are sitting on the sidelines as well. Buyers and sellers sitting on the
Mhm.
sidelines right now. Tons of buyers and sellers who don't have to sell sitting on the sidelines, which is incredibly interesting to me because what does that equal? It equals pent up demand that is continuing to build, to build, to build, to build. And it's going to get to a point where it explodes. Okay. And these sellers who want to sell because the market's on fire, but there's nothing to buy and they don't want to leave money on the table, so they want to wait till the very top. They're going to realize it when it levels off, and then boom, market's going to get flooded. Everybody's going to figure it out at the same time. Same thing with the buyers. They're going to realize there's a slowdown there for a second, and all these buyers who wanted to upgrade, right? They want to, they don't have to, they just want to upgrade their house. They're going to come out the woodworks because there's going to be options, you know.
Mhm.
So when this thing does turn around, it's going to be like an earthquake, man, like an explosion like we've never seen. And it's because of how long this cycle of the market is. This cycle of the market could last a while, and the longer it lasts, the larger that explosion is going to be at the end of the rainbow.
No one really talks about that. I didn't know the
Nobody
conversation.
says anything I say, man. Nobody says anything I say anywhere.
Well, because I mean, a lot of the conversation is bubble. Yeah, bubble's gonna
Yeah,
pop, it's gonna crash. I'm like, it's
yeah.
hard to crash a market when you have 50 to 60% of the inventory gone. I'm not saying that can't happen. It's
Listen, man, listen, bro. The whole bubble crash thing, it depends on who you are. Okay. If you're a homeowner that just bought your house and you're planning on selling it next year for more money, yes. Okay. That's risky. Okay. If
hard.
you're a real estate agent, there's absolutely zero risk in the market right now.
If
Right.
you're a real estate agent succeeding in this market, like your next 10 years look great. Really, really good.
Well, there's zero risk. There's zero risk now. There's zero risk later. There was zero risk when pandemic came into play. There was zero risk during 2005 when I got out of the business. I just didn't realize it, right? I didn't understand how this thing really works. Closings happen every single day, forever. They
Mm-hmm.
never stop. We get paid a commission on a transaction, and transactions happen by the truckloads every single day. So why, as a real estate agent, as a homeowner trying to flip a house that you just overpaid for, yeah, scared. As a real estate agent, why are we even talking about a bubble, a crash, this, or that? A market correction would be the best thing that ever happened to real estate agents. Imagine how easy it would be if inventory comes down, demand comes down, prices come down. I mean, inventory goes up, demand comes down, prices go down a little bit. Think about, and this is the explosion I'm talking about. Just think about how incredible it's going to be, euphoric for real estate agents when prices come down or level off. The market gets flooded with inventory, and all of a sudden, here comes the buyers as well. It's going to be like there's going to be a window of opportunity, right? No telling how long.
Stimulus package.
It may only last 3 months. It may last a month. It may last 6 months, right? I don't know how long that window is going to last, but it's going to be a euphoric moment for real estate agents because you're going to have like people who really want to buy and really want to sell that have been waiting to do that from last year when this whole thing started to now to whenever this thing ends.